All right, so today we are talking about lesson 22, finding the area of quadrilaterals, and we are talking about part 3. The questions we are going to answer for part 3 are: find the area of a rhombus that has a diagonal length of 8 inches and 11 inches. Find D2 of a rhombus if D1 is 6 meters and it has an area of 12 square meters. So here we haven't really talked anything about diagonals. So I think that's what we're going to be learning about today. So recall that a rhombus is a type of parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. There are 4 different methods that can be used to find the area of the rhombus. One method is to apply the formula developed for a parallelogram, A is equal to H. A second method, it uses the diagonals of the rhombus, which are labeled D1 and D2. Remember, diagonals are connecting two vertices that are not adjacent. So the area of a rhombus is equal to 1/2 the product of its diagonals. The formula can be used to find the area of a rhombus. To find the area of rhombus A, use the following formula: it's 1/2 D1 times D2. So if we look, this is 2 triangles. Each diagonal turns this rhombus into 2 triangles. So if we look at this right here, it is going to be 1/2 BH, right, for that triangle. Well, we know base is D2, so 1/2 D2. And then here we have half of D1 as well, 1/2 D1. But we have 2 of these triangles. So when we get our area of the first triangle, we multiply by 2, that's going to get rid of one of these halves, and we're left with 1/2 D1 times D2. And that is how you get that formula. So coming over here, we have find the area of each rhombus. So here we have just the normal base times height one. We're not dealing with diagonals at all. So we have A is equal to BH from the parallelogram. We have A is equal to 9.5 centimeters times 9.0 centimeters. When you multiply the numbers together, we get 85.5. And we have centimeters times centimeters. We have centimeters squared. So the area of that one is 85.5 square centimeters. Over here, we have a diagonal 1 of 11, diagonal 2 of 30. So here we're using area is equal to 1/2 D1 times D2. A is equal to 1/2 of 11 times inches, 30 inches. Half of 30, we can combine these. So 1/2 of 30 is 15. 15 times 11, A is equal to 165. And we have inches times inches, that is inches. So now going back to the questions from before, we have find the area of a rhombus that has diagonal lengths of 8 inches and 11 inches. Well, we know that area is equal to D1 times D2. So we just have area is equal to diagonal 1 is, or 1/2, right? So you have 1/2 of 8 times 11. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 11 is 44. Inches times inches is inches squared. Now for F, it's asking us to find D2 of a rhombus if D1 is 6 meters and has an area of 12 square meters. So we're using the same formula. We're using the exact same formula, except now we don't know what D2 is. So let's plug in the values that we do have and see if we can figure it out. So we have A is equal to 1 half D1 times D2. Well, we have A is 12. 12 meters squared. From here is equal to, we don't change the 1/2. We have D1 is 6. And we don't know what D2 is. D2. This is meters. When we're solving an equation, we simplify both sides. 12 meters squared is simplified. 12 meters squared is equal to half of 6 meters is 3 meters. And we don't know what D2 is. We want to find out what D2 is, so we have a multiply by 3 meters. To get rid of a multiply by 3 meters, we divide by 3 meters. We divide this by 3 meters. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Divide by 3 meters. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Square meters divided by meters is just meters. And that is equal to D2. And that is the end of part 3. I will see you shortly in part 4.